Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Dominoid for GameGrin.com and we have been to Play Expo in Manchester. So I'm here with Andrew from Prospect at Play Expo again, and we are looking at, what have we got? We've got Unbox, Terrawurm and Robot Champions?
Yes.
Cool, so tell us a little bit about them.
Yeah, so Unbox Newbie's Adventure. It's a 3D platformer about sentient cardboard boxes, love letter to the 90s. Okay. Very strange game, but it's quirky. People love it. It's on PC and consoles right now. We've also got Terrawurm, which is effectively like, imagine Pac-Man meets Tremors. So you're getting chased by a giant subterranean worm. It wants to eat you. So it's a nice, fun, quick arcadey title. That's out on PC right now. And we're currently in development with Robot Champions. It's a pre-alpha stage. Currently up on Steam. You can wishlist it if you like. And that's effectively a Robot Wars, BattleBots kind of arena fighter game. Very physicsy and fun.
Fantastic. So these are all things that have like very, very 90s old school influence.
Yeah,
so is that your big?
Yeah, you can sort of tell it
influences?
grew up on 90s gaming. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It is. So Unbox, I've seen a few bits of already. It is sort of. It's almost like sort of your old school collectathon type
Absolutely.
platform, would you say?
Yeah, we tried, games like Banjo-Kazooie, Mario 64. Like I said, I grew up with these things, so it's like, I want to make something like that, but put a unique spin on it, and that was weird physicsy cardboard boxes rolling around.
Yeah, so where was the inspiration for I mean, we're talking the same as Dizzy, that it's easy to draw, or just because no one else is doing it?
It came about from a game jam, which is not surprising for indie development. So Jack and I, the guy on this booth there with Zero Car. So yeah, Jack used to work with us at Prospect, and we did the Unreal Game Jam in 2015, and the theme was What's in the Box. And after trying out a couple of different ideas, Jack just came in the room and had this box rolling around, pushed forwards and it just tumbles about. We were like, oh, that's interesting. And we just sort of bolted ideas on top of it from there, and it eventually became this, collectathon platformer.
Fantastic. And Robot Champions, basically the Robot Wars game that we never had in the 90s, would that be
I'd say
fair
so.
to say?
Absolutely. All the noughties, or even now, even at the
we're going to pretend the real Robot Wars games never actually existed.
Yeah, they have their time and their place, but we wanted to bring a bit of a modern spin to it, really utilise the physics engine in Unreal 4. And I view Robot Champions as kind of a spiritual successor to Unbox. It was like, that was inanimate objects rolling around blowing each other up, and that's what we love doing. We just sort of figured out a way to ground that a bit more in the real world and make it appeal to a wider kind of player base, because there's no one out there was looking for Unbox Newbie's Adventure when we came up with it. So it was a bit of a hard sell, whereas Robot Champions, people look at it and they go, oh, this is like all those robot combat shows and events. Yeah. Awesome, yeah. So I think it's a lot more of a focused game.
So have you found sort of maybe a bit more eyes on you now with the addition of things that people recognise?
Absolutely. I mean, we've had people like NerdCube retweeting us. We've got a lot of people behind the scenes interested in the game looking to support us. So yeah, it's been like, I don't have to do the song and dance like I did with Unbox, where it's like, it's boxes and it's collectibles. I just say, hey, it's kind of like Robot Wars, and people go, brilliant, yeah, I want to play it. Oh, yeah, I'll sit down and play that. So much easier sell. Yes.
Does that add a bit more pressure, perhaps, when you start getting the sort of the more almost sort of held in such high regard? Does that kind of make it put the pressure on a little bit more to get your vision right?
Yeah, I think so, because we announced this about a year ago. We had lots of troubles with the development cycle, so it had a rocky development for the first year, and it meant that every time I wanted to show off the game or talk about taking it to events, it was sort of like, oh, well, they liked it at the last event, but maybe they'll hate it now because it's not living up to kind of the build-up and the hype. So from that sense, yes. But from being an indie dev and having a kind of startup company, I've got the fire under my ass of, I need money, I've got staff to pay, an office to run, so it's that sort of quells any of the pressure. It's like, well, I've got bigger things to worry about, like eating, having a roof over my head. So
I can see that.
Yeah, that's the thing pushing me.
So outside of your own games, what's your number one must-watch for Play Expo this weekend?
For Play Expo, Pacer over the way. So it's kind of a reimagining of a game called Formula Fusion. So it's a sort of spiritual sequel to Wipeout. But they basically rebranded, rebuilt the game. It looks 10 times better than the previous version. Like if you like anti-grav sci-fi racing, so if you're a 90s racing guy, you will absolutely love this. It's great. So yeah, that's the one to watch for me.
Great. Andrew, thank you for joining us.
Brilliant, thank you.
Thanks very much. That's all for this video. Be sure to check out our other Play Expo coverage both on GameGrin.com and here on the GameGrin YouTube channel. I've been Dominoid for GameGrin.com, and thank you very much for joining me. I will see you soon, but until next time, game on.